Yeah, my name's Thomas Regan and I'm a professional property investor here in Australia. Now, me and my wife have built our property portfolio. For the majority of our property portfolio growth, we have built it in our personal name. And only recently, I have started acquiring properties in trust. And I don't like to give advice on things that I've never done before, but as I have a few properties in trust now and I'm currently purchasing another 4 properties in another trust, I do have a little bit more understanding and boots on the ground knowledge of how it all works. So I wanted to talk to you guys about how that works today. Now, when you purchase properties in a trust, you're not purchasing them. The trust is not the holding entity, it's the trustee. The trustee is the holding entity, and the trustee can either be you, a physical person, or it can be a corporate trustee. And for the purpose of preserving your borrowing capacity, or for the purpose of keeping it all clean and the best way to do it if you're intending to scale a large property portfolio is you have the corporate trustee as the person or as the entity that is owning the properties, right? Okay, so basically, and the corporate trustee is you are the director of the corporate trustee. So you are the director, the person that makes the decisions, the corporate trustee, but the corporate trustee is the company, and that is what holds the properties. So basically, the benefit of this is when you apply for a loan, then some banks or some lenders disregard the fact that you are liable for the debt, because you are not actually holding the debt. The corporate trustee is holding the debt. The company is holding the debt in the trust. So that is how people sort of maximize their borrowing capacity beyond what they could otherwise if they just purchased all their properties in their personal name. Now, this has apparently become a lot harder recently because the I guess lending bodies and lending regulators have cracked down on it here in Australia. But it is definitely still possible because I'm doing it. And what I'm finding is it is definitely giving me the ability to purchase more properties than I otherwise would in my personal name, because some banks disregard the fact that I own properties in a trust, that it has a corporate trustee, means some banks disregard that entire debt that I have there. So for example, I have about $1 million of debt in a CBA corporate trustee trust or a trust with a corporate trustee, and now I'm going to a different bank, which is a third tier lender bank called Pepper, and they are happy to say we're not going to take that debt into consideration at all because that is in a trust with a corporate trustee, so we're not going to consider that. So that is basically, and there's a small number of lenders which entertain this idea, and I guess the fact is policies change all the time, so this loophole might entirely close very soon, or it might not, I don't know, but I'm just going to keep doing it until I can't do it anymore. And I'm ultimately going to try and preserve my personal borrowing capacity as much as I can, because that is the only way that I'm going to be able to purchase more properties or continue purchasing as much properties without increasing my personal income to stupid levels. Yeah, so that's it. See you guys next time. Bye.